I did not give up. Okay, I finally got everything to work. Oh, what a Friday. What an absolute garbage start to Friday. Let's hope the rest of the day gets better, everybody. Because that was probably the most frustrating freaking time of my life. Can I just stop saying that? Sorry, I've started like an hour and a half later than usual. I hope everybody can understand. Definitely, like, I had to threaten it a few times. Like, I had to get down and dirty and be like, look, you're about to get replaced if you don't, start working for me. Yeah, it was a absolute cluster f-bomb of a system. I had to like reset and delete everything and get everything put back together. Now though, we're good. We're working. Everything's working. Okay. God dog it. Okay. So that was a real thing. How is everybody doing now? For like the 80th time today. All right, we're back in service. I'm not going to let it bring me down. I'm not going to let that stress. I think my beard just grew grayer in the last like 2 hours of my life. I think I just literally completed the total gray appearance of my family. Yeah, hey, dude, you made it right at the beginning. Congratulations. You woke up right at the exact time that you should have. Literally, that was something I hope we don't have to go through ever again. I mean, I literally have paid for this stupid service, so I'm gonna try to make Streamlabs work tomorrow again, just because the accessibility and the changeability of stuff that goes on it is just like yeah, I know some of us are more hillbilly than others. Just the accessibility of it is just so great. Like, it offers me so many ways to interact with you guys and do it. Bob, how's it going? We're in now. Like, we're not changing. We've gone back to the original. I'll have all day tomorrow, more or less, hopefully, to like make sure that we can make these things work properly. But, you know, at the end of the day, all that matters is we got stuff working now and we can start moving forward. We do have the game giveaway coming in here at midnight my time. So definitely we will be pushing to that. Your Twitch chat is not working, so I'm not back here on YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think you jumped whenever I was having issues. It was a back and forth battle there for a while, and it's over now. So I think we're gonna be okay. I think everything's gonna be fine. Obviously, we got stuff working properly, so yeah, let's just move on and try to act like that didn't happen. I didn't even have time for a coffee, guys. You guys don't understand how stressful that is. A man working with a 19th century mind working with a 21st century system without coffee. That's almost death. That's a death sentence. Man, I'm so sad. You guys do not know, though, like, literally, I spent hours upon hours today prepping up stuff to do things with you guys, and now I don't get to use any of them. I had to delete it all. Like, tomorrow, I literally have to start all over from the very beginning and try to make this thing work again. We'll see what happens at that point, but, I mean, at this point, I just can't be messed with. Like, I just have to drive on and keep doing it. Hey, and guess what? I got this working right as downtime comes up, so I don't even get to play now. Why does my game look like garbage today? What's going on? Did I adjust graphics? Did something happen? Like, is everything in the world just dying on me today? I don't understand. I just don't get it. What's going on? There's my graphics full screen DLS. No, I mean, everything is back to where it was. I mean, I'm on quality. Dude, is this just, am I this disenchanted? Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, I think I'm just that disenchanted with everything right now. just upset and like hating on everything at this point in my life. Oh my God. We do have a game code to give out though. That's always good, right? Yeah, well, I got to figure out Steam Labs. I'm not going to let my wife beat me on this one. That's all I can say, dude. You don't understand. I literally had to like go through a never-ending lecture from my wife on how oh man, this stream has made me hate it. I've to this day, Nick, I've only endured and really loved streaming until today. Today is the first, like, why can't I just have somebody who does all of this for me? That's what happens. Whenever I start setting stuff up is whenever things go bad. And like I said, I bought this thing. I paid for Steam Labs in the morning. And my wife was like, why are you dropping $30 on this thing for? And I was like, because I want to make my stream better. And there's a lot of ways for me to like interact with people and give people stuff to do during the stream. And she was like, well, you don't even know what you're doing with that thing. You're going to break something. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to be fine. Don't worry. And of course, everything gets broken. And I end up like spiraling out of control for like 3.5 hours. Well, at least everyone got to see me at my most angry right there. Like, I guess I'm not even that angry. Like, I'm not to the point where I'll break anything or yell ever in my life. That's the most upset I've been in a long time. Very upset at this one today. You know, there's one thing that I'm happy about. Harkonnen won Landsraad this week. You know what that means? We're going to vote for we are going to vote for access to Landsraad weapon vendor. Yeah, dude, we did a good job. We jumped on it this week hard, and we proved that Harkonnen is still alive. This is the best comeback that we've had in forever. No, oh, then we're definitely going to pick that one, Draith. We're going to pick that one this week. The weapon vendor. I'm just joking. We're not going to pick the weapons vendor. I promise you. I won't pick the weapons vendor. Yeah, we won. We won big. We won big this week. No, dude. No. I know I would be disappointed. There's no way I would pick the weapons vendor. Like, obviously, what I'm going to pick is what everyone voted on. And I believe everybody voted on the manufacturer for this week. The manufacturing buff. So I'm gonna guess that's what we're gonna get this week. Manufacturing buff. Oh, I gotta moisturize. Korean dry air. Me being upset. And everything in between. I gotta wake myself up to feel a lot better. Well, we had a good night last night, as we did by mistake. We literally stumbled upon a new night. From now on, just so that everybody knows, every Thursday night is going to be a live DJ night. So we won't be streaming on YouTube on Thursdays anymore, because if I play unlicensed music on YouTube, I will get banned. So we are going to kill YouTube, and I'm hoping everybody comes over to Twitch, because we had one hell of a good time last night picking songs. There's a place now inside of Discord for you to be looking in there and start getting your song requests in, because we're going to start going off of that list. The first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to start punching songs off of that list. Once I finish that list, I'm just going to go punch the songs I want to hear. It was really good. It was really fun. Make sure that next Thursday you guys come in and have song requests put into that Discord. Now, I'm just kind of like stalling because we do have downtime. There's nothing I can really do in game currently. So at this point, we are literally just me just like pushing out information that I need to push out to you. So once again, remember, it is here in Discord. It is music suggestions. Nobody suggested music yet. Therefore, if there are no songs suggested with group in this Discord section by Thursday, I will just be the DJ and I will pick all songs. Of course, I'll take live suggestions as well. But if you want to hear your music, make sure that you are in there. That's right. It is the Nerdbird Jukebox. We are playing the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And, you know, I think we had one K-pop song in there. Somebody picked Lollipop or Soda Pop, whatever it was. Not a fan of it, but, you know, whatever. There's also one other thing that we need to put in here. We have right here the future game sections. We here in the Nerdbird community are going to open up a server for a secondary game. So on the server, we have options between Ark, Conan, Rust, Imperium Galactic Survival. So one of these 4 games, we are going to open up a never-ending server. Sorry, I'm having to think through stuff. My brain is still shifting from being completely angry tonight. We are going to be picking up one of these games, opening up a server so that we have a side game to play on the side of Dune. This doesn't mean that we're leaving Dune. Well, no, because to play SWTOR, Nick, means you're literally you're literally going to play another MMO. With this, we will own our own server. We don't have to worry about any nefarious characters that are jumping in there. And yes, we did, Harky. We whooped Atreides. Atreides got whooped. But basically all we're doing is trying to open up a second server so we can play a game on the side, because there are downtimes in Dune where you don't have anything to do and you're just kind of stuck there. And, you know, for example, Mondays for me are absolutely garbage because Landsraad is finished. There's no more Landsraad I can do. There's no more skill points I can do because Landsraad is shut down. And it's literally like 9 hours of hell. So we are going to be picking up and playing a new game. Now, I would do SWTOR, Nick. The biggest issue with SWTOR is, one, in order to carry any kind of money or move at regular speeds and crap like that, you literally have to pay a sub. And I don't want to make people pay subs. What I want to do is offer up a game on a server that we can all kind of exist in, have fun, build, play around, do what we want with it, mod it up however we want to do it, and, you know, take it in that way. At this point, we do have a front runner, which is Conan. They're up to 15 votes. Second in line, though, is Imperium Galactic Survival. Let me tell you, I'm not trying to push anybody towards it, but Imperium Galactic Survival only costs $2.50 on G2A right now. It is one of the best sci-fi survival universal span games that you can possibly get your hands on. If I wasn't playing Dune tonight, I would launch Imperium Galactic Survival and I would show you guys just how vast and how explosive this game is. But if I do so, that means I'm not playing Dune, and we are here for Dune. We're not here for Imperium Galactic Survival. So maybe in the future we can jump on here and I can show you guys if you're undecided. But once again, $2.50 for Imperium Galactic Survival if you go through G2A. Global key. Don't buy an account. Key. Yeah, so Rust kind of started off strong and then totally got shat on. I was actually a little bit shocked by the outcome of Rust because Rust was like 9-1. Like everyone was enthusiastic. And then I woke up and it was like 14 down votes. So out of 23 people, like 14 people were like, ain't no way I'm going to play Rust. So, and it's a shame. Rust is also a really good game. It's a very polished game. Just to let you know, I'm joking on SWTOR, but those are great reasons. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't if I wasn't gonna have to force people into a 15 US dollar a month sub, like I wouldn't mind playing SWOTOR with people. SWOTOR's actually, dude, I like the debate. I like the rating. I like a lot of stuff to do with SWOTOR. The customization of SWOTOR is awesome. The storylines are awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to make anyone pay 14, 15 bucks a month for that. Subsistence is one, and there are AI enemies. Oh, are you talking about Rust? What are we talking about, Bob? I'm kind of lost there. Rust is the most toxic game on the board. No way in hell. Laughing out loud. Well, Mayhem, here's the thing. Rust wouldn't be PvP. It couldn't be. Number one, we will own the server as a community. It is our server. So there's going to be no toxic people on the server. And it's not going to be PvP. It would be a PvE Rust server. So I hope people aren't getting confused with that and thinking like, God damn, no way I'm playing Rust. Most toxic game in the world. Actually, if you're on a PvE server where there aren't any nasty hooligans, Rust is actually a really good game and really, really deep and polished. Dune Spice Wars? Yeah, I mean, I can get Dune Spice Wars and give her a shot. Why not? Yeah, I mean, you can only have like 2 or 3 characters. You can only keep 100 credit, a million credits. You can't have more than 1 million credits. This is if you are a preferred customer. Like if you've actually bought the monthly whatchamacallit, then they give you you're less restricted than a new player. But I mean, you even move slower. They have all kinds of restrictions, man. They always find a way to make you just get enough annoyed with it that you don't want to do it. Anyways, please, if you are here on the stream and you are in Discord and you are part of the community, hop in here and vote on these things. Because the first one that hits 20 is going to be the game that we start the community with. And it's looking like Conan might actually hit those numbers. We don't know yet. Once again, though, if you've never played it, Imperium Galactic Survival is actually a really, really fun game. It's only $2.50 on G2A currently. Hell, we could even have a small giveaway for anyone who votes yes on Imperium Galactic Survival if you guys wanted to try it. Good morning, Sazi. How's everything going with you? I was having a rough morning actually, so I can't really say good this morning. This was one of the worst mornings I've had, the worst evenings I've had in years. But all the bad stuff is gone. We're all good now, so all has been solved. Everything works out perfectly in the end, as long as you kind of maintain some level of calm. I think I was able to maintain somewhat level of calm. Man, I was getting grumpy though. Like that was a really, really tough situation for me. We are definitely chilling. I'm back to being happy. That's all that matters. But this lag is actually kind of nasty in game today. Maybe it's because the storm just blew through. That's what I'm gonna guess. It was the storm. Blame it on the storm. Yeah, yeah. A symbol. Yeah, that's definitely a lag storm for sure. We'll just wait for that thing to blow through. I mean, at this point, it's really just a matter of buying time until downtime gets over. Has anybody noticed any, have we had anybody find any base decays since we've had Chapter 3 kick in? That's what I was kind of interested in. That was one of the things that I wanted to bring up with the with my Steam Labs my Steam Labs thing, an overlay, whatever it's called. Like that was one of the things that I took a lot of time today to think through this stuff. It was absolutely insane how much time I took to think through these things. Downtime, it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, how long until? What time is it now? 11 minutes from now, 10 minutes exactly from now is downtime. So we have a little bit of time there. Yeah, any bases that you find decaying yet? That's what I want to know, because I'm sure there's still people that didn't come back to the game, that maybe their base was about to drop out right whenever Chapter 3 launched. I was just really interested to see if anybody's seeing anything like that pop up. You've seen a few? Trying to get that special rad suit, but drops have been horde for me the past few days. Lintari, like, I got one actually, but it was someone Sergeant Meckless donated it to me. Actually, I need to pick that up. Yeah, dude, I finally just got lucky and someone handed me one. I ran that thing a lot and could not get my hands on a rad suit. So it finally got there. But you know what I'm a little bit confused on? This is something that I'm confused on. And Sazi, you're here now, so you kind of have some experience in this as well. So you could probably answer this question along with probably 100 other people. So once we get into our skills, right, and we start getting this item durability, right? So my alt character is the one who crafted that thing. He's at level 32 crafting. So technically he has like 20 some odd % item crafting durability. But why is it that the durability doesn't go up on this stuff? This is another question I had. Nerdbird, this Discord overlay was intentional. Discord overlay? I don't know. I mean, I don't. So you think that it's coded in the math? It's actually reduced durability damage taken rather than gear gains more I don't know either, but I mean, the wording would make it sound as if you would get more durability on your actual item, right? Not vice versa. So it's a little bit confusing that it doesn't have more durability. I'm just going to take your word on it and like guess that's the case. Either way, like such an odd way to word the stuff. It's a less percentage of how much health is lost. The wording seems to make it more like more max durability. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Trent, as well for throwing that in there. Uncrafted gear, but I don't think it works that way. It is a percentage of how much health is lost. I mean, well, I mean, it's already confirmed because this would have had like 36% durability increase. And literally it's still at 100. But I mean, if it's percentage of how much health is lost, that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense for durability. Considering that little wrench thing is literally armor durability. Durability isn't mentioned anywhere else on this, on any piece of gear. But I mean, so Dr. Webb was talking to me today about trying to get an interview with Funcom. And I appreciate that, Dr. Webb, all the help that you're like pushing out there, trying to encourage me in there. This is another question I would want to ask them. Like, who in the hell is creating the vocabulary, the descriptive vocabulary for how this stuff is working? Because like, out of all the things you can think of, like, durability means how durable an item is. If it's durability as in how much health is lost by you, that's a totally different thing. That's not durability at all. Maybe, but I mean, yeah, we should definitely suggest they like look at that, because I mean, that's a huge component, dude. Like, that's not something small. That is literally the framework of the crafting specialization tree, which is crafting level, crafting XP, traits purchased, and then crafted item durability. Crafted item durability is here, right? So technically, you can say that is the amount of health is lost, yada, yada, yada. Okay, you could say, isn't it health to item? But what is health to item exactly? Explain this to me. What would be health to item here? Because, for example, are you meaning I get more health? But I mean, if that's the case, they need to explain this a little bit better, because crafted item durability, unfortunately, it's being blocked by the chat. I apologize for that. But I mean, it's literally explained crafted item durability. So if it's what you guys are explaining it to be, that is completely incorrect, the way that they are describing this thing in the game. Like, to say something is crafted item durability plus 18%. Well, I know you want me to think about it, and this is the same thing that got my base deleted, Trent. Just saying. Whenever they first came out with the base backup tool, I was doing the same crap in my head, going, is this what they're trying to say by the base is about to be removed from the tool? It's going to be set back up, and then the base gets deleted. It's the same thing here. Crafted item durability, that doesn't mean health in any form or fashion. Durability lost to item with 100 health points is same as item with 1,000 hit points. Because it's more durable, laughing out loud, you'll see less red because it's a more durable item. Look, dude, I love it. And this is, like I said, all morning long, I took time to think through these things that we could like sit here and rap about all night long as a community, and like try to figure out what's going on with stuff. And this was just like one of the major things that was just ticking in my head. I like the imagination we're coming out with, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Trent, that last thing that you say, again, it's Funcom. That's where I kind of rest on it. I want that to be kind of, because number one, I don't think anyone's really doing the science on it. Oh, hey, what's up, George Rivera? I don't think anyone's actually doing the science on it and like testing it out. We should. But when it says crafted item durability, that literally means the item you have crafted has more durability. So if it's something to do with your health, that needs to be clarified. But I mean, this is actually crafting, which makes crafted item durability make sense. Crafted items for one player on 38 craft spec isn't doing nothing. With the same use, it has been the same durability loss as one crafted by 0. That's exactly what I'm saying, Dr. Webb. That's why this is what I'm trying to get to the bottom of with this. This is exactly what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Is the crafted item durability actually working? Because at this point, I don't think it's working. I think they mean we're supposed to, like, this is supposed to go, technically, this item is supposed to go from, I have 9 seconds, so it's not going to be, that item is supposed to go from 100 to, damn it, it goes down. Maybe that's a percentage, like that's 100% durability. So maybe there is more. I don't. We have to wait till it comes back up. We'll see when it comes back up. All that I'm getting at there is, this is one of those things. If I ever had a chance to ask, like tonight, if a Funcom dev jumped into our stream tonight and was like, "Hey guys, I'm here to answer any questions you might have," that would be one of the first questions I ask, because it's either that they've just completely translated something incorrectly, which I don't think they did. Norwegians, their staff speaks good English, dude. Like their English is good enough to not make that big of a mistake. So I'm thinking it's that, what Sazi's saying here. I'm thinking that it's more or less a matter of it's not working at all. All right, George, you say a gun crafted by a level 100 crafter will shoot twice as much as one crafted by a level 0 crafted before breaking. That is the intent. It's working as intended. We need to test. It's Funcom after all. Yeah, that's just it. Like, until we actually sit down and we start, like, these are the things that I want to start doing tonight. Tonight, we are going to get to the bottom of this. We need, the problem is I don't have a level 0, but actually, Dr. Webb. So, Dr. Webb, you've tested it out. It's not how the issue in Funcom officially Discord. So, Dr. Webb is saying he's tested it and it's not working properly. I'm sure they don't let AI do, I mean, I don't know, dude. That's a major, dude, that went through the PTC. That whole thing went through the PTC and nobody took time to question it during the PTC. That's absolutely like crazy. That's bonkers in my head to think that that went through PTC. Nobody took a look at it. Nobody questioned whether or not that thing was working or not. And then we get launch and now people are just like crafting, thinking that they're getting more durable shit, but it's not really getting any more durability. There's been a few players pointing, we got that one. Could be another feature that isn't working, that they are special move. This is something we need to point out. Like, if that isn't working, imagine what else isn't working. That's all I'm saying. That's like that is a major part of the chain for that skill tree. If that is not working 110%, that needs to be fixed ASAP. Like, that is a huge, that right there might even be the solution to everyone crying about durability loss going down on crap. You know what I mean? People are saying shields and crap aren't getting durability buffs. Dude, well, if you have 100% durability crafting, you're getting a more durable shield that will last longer. This needs to be talked about, right? Is not and is I know reported issue Funcom official Discord. Okay, so some people are talking about it. Good. That's good. That's what I need to know. I brought it to the team directly and rose the problem with localization or not properly working. Thank you very much, Izzy. That's very nice of you. Perfectly well done. Did they ever fix Pardal's hood? It make your brain fry even faster? I don't know, Mayhem. Probably not. I'm gonna guess not. The patch notes was being written yesterday by Iggy, expecting a patch soon. Today is the day off in Funcom office. All right, fair enough. Maybe we'll get one coming soon. Another example is their ghost features. What's that? What's the ghost feature problem? Talk to me. This is what we're here for, Mayhem. We are here to discuss this and get to the bottom of crap until everyone gets a chance to win a free game. You want the layman's term for what is meant by increased durability? No, I know what increased durability means. Increased durability means it decays or wears down slower than something that is less durable. Damage mitigation ain't working properly for sure. So it's okay. Like I'm not stressing. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not like blowing a gasket over these things not working properly. I'm not going to sit here and complain about Funcom making stuff not work properly, but it's definitely something that I think now we're in like week 2.5. Like I said, all morning long, I sat around thinking about what are some topics that we as a community can bring up to and talk about and get down to the bottom of tonight during this long stream that you guys have me here. We can share and discuss these things and not just watch somebody like run through dungeons or whatnot. And that was just one of the things. And now more stuff is coming up, which we definitely need to be thinking deeply about. Like, what is it that we are now starting to see come like week 3 of the chapter 3 release? What are some more of these mistakes that are popping up? I'm wanting to write these things down so that we can put them in the Discord and we can start pinging and making sure that more people are getting their voices out there for it. Seems like they give us a lot of broken things, features that don't work. So this has always been one of my stinks with gaming directors is they will give you all these like detailed descriptions on how something works. And if you don't personally jump in there and test them, you will run blindly through the game for months, not knowing that anything is working or not. Damage mitigation is reduced damage, not durability mitigation. Taking less damage on things like damage taken, deaths, exactly. That's my point. The way the language is going is saying it's not durability mitigation. It has nothing to do with mitigation. It has everything to do in their language with crafted item durability. You know what I mean? Look, all right, we're back in here. So let's just take a look. All right, so durability, this is the question I have to ask. Someone tell me, because I don't know. Like, I'm taking a stab in the dark here, and I want to know this. Better RNG on loot difficulties, please funk up. Yes, thank you. When it says 100 of 100, is that 100% or is that 100 points of durability? That's the first thing we have to figure out. Then you have to say, well, if that's 100%, see, that's what I see it as, Izzy, as well. I don't see that as 100% fixed. I see it as the durability of that radiation suit is 100. But they're all this way. So maybe it's not that they're 100. Maybe they're literally one. That's a percentage. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. Thanks, Trent. I appreciate that. Remember, all subs, all Prime subs, all donations, it goes into a pool of money that buys us more games and helps the community grow with things. I take none of my Twitch money. So when it comes down to that, that is like the key. If that's a 100% thing, then it's possible that it's working. But why hide the actual durability of something? It makes no sense whenever you are hiding the absolute durability of something. Like for me, that's not, my brain isn't wanting to accept that. So Draith, you think that is a percentage? So if that is a percentage, because it makes sense because nothing goes over 100. So I rebuke what I was saying earlier. Like I take back what I was saying. Obviously it is not like points, but how can we tell? I guess we just have to like beat the crap out of something, don't we? We have to have two people craft something and we have to beat the crap out of it just to see whether or not it will actually fan out and do something properly, right? It is a percentage, but would be nice to have the actual. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if a percentage does me no good here, And this is something that I think Funcom is having a lot of issues with in terms of its public's transparency. It's given us these like vague terms, and you can't really define to make sure those vague terms are actually going the way it is, right? We could test this with death. Absolutely, 100%, Izzy. Well, we could test this with just attacking it, couldn't we? Like, technically, you don't have to die to lose durability. Technically, all we need to do is put two of the same thing on, crafted by two different level crafters, swing a sword, and see when percentages start going down. However, the same person has to be swinging the sword on the other person, and we have to make sure that everything's turned off. Anybody willing to do this tonight? Come into Citra Mall. Let's do this. Let's craft it. I will drop all of the needed resources to do this so that we can test this thing out tonight, because it's driving me nuts. It's cracking my skull thinking about how many damage points, or how many how much durability is in that 100%. I don't want to hear like a tweaked percentage. I want to hear numbers, or it just doesn't make sense to me. Everything. Oh, we just popped up. Yes, there was how I do it. They wanted to do more math. Yeah, of course. Right, ma'am. More math is great. That's what we always aim for at this point, right? Pretty sure it's a percentage base. No, I mean, I think so. I agree now too, Sazi. I think it's a percentage base. I don't think it's an item number. I step back from that one. Whenever you look at it, everything's 100. From the crafting tree, you can see how much crafting percentage is given you in percentage form. The real numbers are then hidden from us. Those numbers need to not be hidden from us, though. Actually, Bob Does the Job has probably the best suggestion. Well, maybe not. Because you have to suspend yourself for the exact same amount of time. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Suspensor belts would be kind of hard. You know what I mean? You can't always suspend at the same speed, pace, height, and amount of time in the air. It would be tough to get into. As a coder, I can tell you how to code, but the statement is less work is odd. Because most code requires the base value with some sort of math to convert it to 100. This makes it less likely to be percentages. I'm 70% sure this is a flat value. I'm going to take the high road here and say, I just don't know. Because we don't know. There is no percentage next to that. I don't know. Reset all of your skills to 0 for the test. You can't reset those, can you? I don't think we can reset these. Once you purchase into it, you're stuck with them. I just want to play the game without needing a degree. Do I care if stuff works? Well, I mean, you don't care if it works, Rogue Weapon? You don't care if Funcom is telling you that you're picking up more damage, but you're not picking up more damage, and you believe that you're doing more damage, but you're not? Discrete number is being discussed, but I don't know. Would not surprise me if it doesn't do anything, just a time sink, laughing out, passed off all the progression. Quite possibly. The easiest way is for Funcom to do it is everything is a percentage, but if you have 15% increase through specs, then the item shows 115%. Don't get me wrong on this, all right? Look, just to jump back up to you, Rogue, like, don't get me wrong. I also do not want to be doing math. I want it to just work. Mature, how's it going? I'm just wanting this thing to work the way that it's supposed to be working. Don't get me wrong. I am in no form or fashion wanting to actually have to test this crap out. I'm wanting it to just work. But once again, if you don't have people that want to do the maths and the science on it, stuff is broken. And let's just say, for example, if we aren't actually increasing our damage, like we're looking at, for example, damage mitigation in this case. It's saying that each one of these marks are giving us 0.5 percentage damage mitigation. So we're going along this whole skill tree thinking, dude, by the end of it, we have like 100% skill damage mitigation. But why are we still just getting flattened by bosses? You gotta at least put some kind of energy in it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting. I don't want to bore you to death. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to actually do the maths. I'm the last person in this stream that's going to be able to do the maths to prove this right. I can swing a sword and look at how much damage is taken on armor. That's where I draw the line. I'm not exactly an astrophysicist. I was able to get my undergraduate degree by taking logic, so I didn't have to take advanced math courses. Not spec skills. It's all skills. This is skills. These are skill things. This is crafted item durability, 1% plus 1. So, in my opinion, I don't know. I need to know where that plus 1 is going, because I literally have crafted durability on my alt character to like 32. He literally crafted this thing for me. This is the only reason this whole thing popped up. All right, understand me. I literally have been like researching everything on this guy, and then I said, wait a second. Why am I learning all of these like ancient ways and crap on this guy whenever I'm like hardlining my alt character to be doing the crafting? I was like, shit, he has like 32% more durability. I crafted it, but yeah, I had 2 tunes. Exactly. To get the real thing out that's what we're going to have to do, which at this point is absolutely impossible. But, you know, now that I've crafted it, I'm like, wait a second. Did anything actually change? Or could I have just learned it on this guy and crafted it and gotten the same thing out of it? So you think it's a flat value? Almost. I mean, in that case, there's nothing going on there. That isn't working at all. If it's a flat value, that means that this spec tree is absolutely 100% useless. Well, not useless. You obviously get other things that go with it, but the crafted item durability on it is absolutely useless. Meaning nothing is changing if that is a flat thing. Yeah, we don't have a base. And this has always been kind of the problem here. All items have 100 on durability when crafted. You must be looking to another value. Yeah. What though, Dr. Webb? That's what I want to know. That's why I want to bring this up. That's why I want to talk, because multiple minds are better than one, right? I can sit here and roll this around in my head and be like, this just doesn't make any sense. Nothing's coming out of this. Or I can bring this up to 60 some odd people and hear what everyone else has to say back to me. And we can come to a consensus on what that might be so that we can talk to Funcom and be like, hey, dude, we just want to know what's actually going on. All durability numbers in Dune are percent-based, is what George Revere is saying. See Vash Kowai's videos from the game launch. He spent dozens of hours painfully testing this stuff. So it's a percentage thing. George Revere says it's been tested, it's been proven, it's percentage. Hey-oh, did I miss the giveaway? No, you're still good, Keefe. We give the giveaway pops up in, we still got like 4 hours. We got a long time. What you did miss was me being utterly frustrated all night long trying to make my my new stream tools work. But finally, we just had to revert back to the original stream overlay and start things up again. And now we're just getting frustrated over everything else. So we are going to say percentage. George Rivera says there's been a guy who has tested it. Kowai has tested it. He has proven that it's been a percentage thing. So the only question right now is, is it possible for us to ever get a number on those percentages and see what the number makeup is that's creating the percentages? Yeah, exactly, Mayhem. So that was one thing that I wanted to discuss, and it looks like we come to a pretty good idea on it. Like, just knowing that and understanding whether or not that is actually working as intended. Because if it isn't working as intended, it kind of worries me. It puts me in a position where I feel like other things are probably also not working, which is why I bring it up, and I'm very interested in trying to get people out. If there are no items that are not 100, it's likely that we can establish TIS percentages. I'll check it now. Yeah, I mean, George Rivera says that Kawhi's already like done it. He's already gone through the numbers and proven that it's percentages. I mean, that's not to say that we take Kawhi's word for it, and we can always test it for ourselves and do it that way. But I mean, by the looks of it, someone has already done it. Like the old scene going, how do you get the Carnage Hall practice? Yes. Who have I missed up here? Doesn't the sus belts go down quickly, dropping and using belt all the way down? That would allow for consistency. Yeah, so that's it, Bob. That's how it would work. Meaning two of us you would just like launch, and whoever dropped first from the belt breaking would make sense for sure. If there are no items that are 100 durability, it's strong evidence it's percentage based. I think George Rivera is right. George Rivera is kind of really smart in these things, in the sense that, you know, he definitely takes time to look through all these different videos and stuff like that. So I would definitely go with George's opinion on it. Like, I'm gonna guess that it's a percentage, if George is saying it is. Yeah, I don't know, Getchos. I still believe the only way to really test this is to take a sword out and swat at each other. And it would just be easier if they would just kind of explain to us how or what the numbers are that kind of fit in there, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a matter of us knowing what those numbers are representing. So until we can get that, it's kind of tied up in the air. I just really wanted to like tap on that today and like really ask people what their opinions were on it and how things could work. But if it's a percentage base, the UI has code that converts min-max durability. So it's likely just a display bug of that code not updating 100 to 120%. Well, see, I'm just going to say... I'm just going to have to believe. I'm not going to say. I'm going to have faith. Faith is one of those things that you just have to have belief in and not rest your feet in the reality of what pure numbers and science actually mean. So technically, if, for example, my guy has plus 18 crafted item durability, technically that should be 118% if it's a percentage, right? That's what you're trying to say, and that's what I was thinking before, which led me to think that it was something else that I'm a little bit off on. So isn't it something we can think on? We can roll our minds around for hours on this thing, and I mean, that's the next thing I kind of want to bring up, because it's kind of tied into it. And that is, how would you guys rate the level of dev communication after chapter 3? Do you actually believe that the dev communication is getting better? Or do you think that it's just staying like where do you feel the level of dev communication is currently at any point given time in this game? Because like for me, I see dev communication as being non-existent until the time has passed. Like exactly. So does anyone feel like we're getting anything better in terms of dev communication? No one is feeling a positive vibe out of this. And see, this is just one of those things as well. Like, I know Dr. Webb was talking to me again today, and many people always talk to me like, dude, you got to get in there and have an interview with these guys. I know I'm not on the radar. I know I'm not that big of a streamer or that big of a content creator on YouTube that they're going to ask me to do some kind of interview. But like, once again, I like the hypothetical of if by some chance a dev jumped in and said, you know what, we're going to give you a chance to interview us. These are the questions that I would like to bring up and really discuss and try to get to the back of it. -2% max durability difference between 7 and 12. Crafting specialization, win levels and garments, keeper skill, 25% reduced durability loss on gear. Level 5 crafting specialization skill is master. I don't know. 40% better, Drath. You think that they're getting better at communicating? I would be tough. Yeah, I mean, I see the softball interviews people have with these guys, and I'm like, that's just not the way good reporting happens. The only way to actually to get to the bottom and like make your existing community happier is to actually get the tough questions out of the way and force them to kind of answer these things. And the second thing, outside of whether or not the shit's actually working the way it's supposed to be working, is more or less like how are you guys striving to improve your transparency and information transfer to the actual audience that's playing the game? Because I feel like it's just been zero and it's not getting any better. Drath, why would you say that it's up to 40%? Like, I don't think they've become any more transparent. Just because they do a monthly freaking whatever it's called information drop on what they did last month, that doesn't really make me believe that it's getting any better. I don't think so. I'm not exactly happy with the way it is. Some streamers, not even that was selected. Some have even good YouTube numbers. Yes, you are in the radar too. Yeah, I don't think so, Dr. Webb, but I do appreciate it. That's because you are a true supporter in this community, Dr. Webb. I deeply appreciate your striving efforts to help me feel like I'm staying on top and being of importance. I mean, give me a year or two, maybe we'll get up there. We might, who knows, right? I feel they're a little bit better, but only because the uproar created by the server transfer drop with zero announcement for it. It takes time to make things better. It does, Rogue Weapon, but I don't know. For me, when it comes to this whole Funcom dev team, it's more or less a matter of we're going to tell you after we give it to you. And why can't they just tell us what's going to be in an update? Like, I don't understand. Once again, this is kind of boiling down to this whole like the whole Joel interview where he was saying more or less that I don't like roadmaps because it makes me have to like maintain what I'm promising people, and I don't think I can do it. But I mean, an update is just an update. A patch is just a patch. Yeah, they have after, but I don't know many gaming companies that do that after. Like, why can't they just tell us what's going to happen? If the Cuddles are on their radar, so are you, Bert. Well, thank you, Driver. I appreciate that. Maybe Cuddles is more popular than me, I think. I would definitely throw Cuddles. Cuddles is definitely more popular than me. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. It really kind of feels that way, Trent. Exactly. And that's what I am. That's why I asked that question here, second of all, from everybody just like sitting around talking to you, is because like I want to see how everybody is feeling in general. Like, this is why I'm sad. Look, my new overlay had like a graph where you could have voted and we could all visually see how people feel about this crap. Unfortunately, I can't make the damn thing work, but yeah, it's like I just still am feeling a little bit left out of knowing. I don't even care if they're doing the stuff that I want them to do. I just want them to be able to like relay the information out so we know exactly what they're trying to do, right? They are being reactive. Just lay out a roadmap and stick to it. And the thing with the roadmap is, Trent, I agree with you. That's what they should do. The thing about a roadmap is you don't necessarily have to set extremely high standards at each intersection of that roadmap. You can have a roadmap that is going like nice and steady with basic concepts put out that you're trying to improve on, while at the same time absorbing what the community is wanting to see changed and being put into that less ambitious roadmap for the future design, right? So whenever, that's still just one of the things that have irked me that I've seen interview wise, that I still don't feel, I kind of feel like I've been cheated on a little bit with that. When Joel says he doesn't like roadmaps, I'm like, dude, you don't have to set a roadmap that says you're literally going to like make the game great next week. Dude, you can say it's going to be a 10-year trip to make this thing great. And this is how we're incorporating stuff as we go. Yeah, I ended up deleting a character after passing off my base to a random player I had on Harmony 2 months into Plastinium tier because I was frustrated waiting for character transfers and re-rolled on Nova in my own time zone, and they dropped transfers the very next week. Exactly. Still to this day, Sketch. No, God dang it. No. What was it? Fuck. You have to have that Irish freaking name. Fuck. I lost it. Skahack. Thank you. Yeah. So that is what I'm really pointing at, Skahack, is the fact that we heard from like I can't say he's a random content creator. Like, I guess he's popular in his own way or whatnot, but we hear from this guy and he's like, there's a possibility it's going to happen. And everyone starts freaking out because nobody knows what's actually going to happen. And that's what happens, right? So I don't know, man. I definitely feel like they could improve that as well. The probable cause about late patch notes is from fear about abuse of open doors onto the patch. Yeah, but Dr. Webb, you're a major company. You're going to have multiple people that are going to be talking shit about you regardless of what's going on anyways. Like, you're never going to make everyone happy. At least explain how you're doing stuff. I don't get this fear thing. This is all I'm trying to reach out to, is I don't quite understand the whole, oh, dude, they're just scared to take on the heat by telling us early. Dude, they tell us what's in the patch. If it's still broken, screw it. That's what other games do. You go back and you try to fix it. I think all the games have issues with clear and transparent communications. I'm just going from my own observations and experiences. Drath, it's up by 40% for you. Patch notes should be up a week before the update so you can prepare for the thing. That's Catweasel. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's usually the industry standard, is like 1 week before you explain what's going to come up in the update and people know what to look forward to. Given they've said server merging is a thing on their radar, I'd rather not log in next Tuesday and find my server was merged. Well, this is just it. Skahack. This is that is the primary driving force of why I'm asking this today. I just wanted to first get kind of a rounded opinion of what people think and what they're like, how they feel about it before I drop that bomb. Because if you remember, at one given point, they discussed that server mergers would be happening a little bit after Chapter 3 launched. Tell me I'm wrong, but I remember them saying that in one of those interviews. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Are they literally going to wait till the last second and be like, and today we're deciding to shut down these servers? There needs to be more transparency with this. Quan, I'm a software engineer. This is bullshit. I agree. It should be. It seems to be. I mean, it just seems like that's part of it, right, Dr. Webb? If you're in software engineering, you have to be explaining what you're fixing, right? Thank you, Raven. Exactly. I knew I'm not like hallucinating this. They literally said that mergers would be happening. And here we are at week 3, and we just don't know. But Nerd is also waiting for new DD before he tells us where to find stuff. I'm lost on that one. I need more context with that, Cat Weasel. Don't I tell everyone where to find everything? I don't see why. Literally, that's all I ever do is tell people where to get stuff. Are you picking on me, Cat Weasel? Are you trying to poke the bear? Huh? Good day. I feel that Funcom is just too disconnected with their players, but that is my feeling. That's more or less, I think, the case, Jake. They are just disconnected. I don't see why they can't just say we are aiming for XYZ in the next patch and then tell us only managed to get ZY working. I mean, Getchos, that is what other companies do, if I'm not correct. Literally, other companies say we are trying to fix these things in this update. You get it, and they're like, "Yeah, sorry, we still having problems. Well, we are continuously working to fix that." That's what other companies do. And sure, some people get upset, but at least the transparency is there, and you know that they're trying to work on it. Yeah, they're working on some back end of or some such. Last I heard from them. But again, to your questioning, the communication, we don't know if that'll be dropped next week or 3 months now. We just don't know. I would actually defend their position. All right, Izzy, feel free to do that. This is the Funcom way. CS nerfed, sever transfers, energy nerfed, all changes from not a single word before the fact. Server mergers without advance notice would cause a shitstorm. But wait. No, that will just result in complaining. People will always complain, so let's not feed them more to complain about is a pretty good approach. But server mergers without advance notice would cause a shitstorm. Yeah. Okay. The color on the chat is the same. I thought that was Izzy getting that one. Look, I respect Izzy's spot on this, but I definitely lean with Trent. Not knowing when server mergers happen and dropping it on top of us at the last second is 1,000 times worse than saying, here is 2 months to prepare for server transfers. That's all I can say. To be fair, I'm happy with the content I paid. Yeah. Game, I now have over 1,000 hours in and still going, but there are definitely communication issues I would like to see addressed. Thank you, Scott Hat. I agree. I absolutely agree. Read above too, but if you don't move to another server, they'll pack up all your stuff. And when you log in again and you'll be pick a new server, you'll have your stuff included in the base. Yeah, I mean, I don't think every time the server merges, they say we will have plenty of notice and details. They will not merge servers overnight. I'm hoping, George Rivera, but I think that at this point, there should have been some kind of, maybe it will come out like in the next few days. You know, let's not jump to any conclusions on it and get too upset and like pick the teams that we're going to back on this one. But all I can say is that is something they definitely need at all cost to make sure that they are addressing. They should not drop this on top of us in the last second. After looking at a lot of gear, I can confirm all tools, armor, and weapons seem to have 100. This suggests, yeah. What happened? So we either one are not getting the bonus, or two, it's not reflected in UI text. 100%. That's what we're trying to get at. 100%. Like, I'm hoping that we can just to bounce back to that topic previously. Like, I hope we can at some point like find a way to decode what's going on with that durability, because technically it shouldn't be 100%. It should be 132% if my crafter has 32% durability gain, or it's just like 32% added to that 100, but we don't know the numbers. If I have to transfer to, we'll have to go to a border nerd on Cetus. Hey, dude, you're always welcome here. We are always looking for new people to move into Cetus. We love having new people here. I mean, we are still meeting people on our server that's not part of our community, and they're like coming and joining us in Discord and, you know, wrapping around and talking to us. So the more people, the better. Can't we all hope one day we do get you in here? I'm not a dev or have any, just die a lot. Yeah, definitely. That's one way to do it. But then, do we actually know? Or have any experience at all making such games? As a layman, though, I imagine figuring out how to merge servers with bases in the same location must be a pain. Do they both disappear? Do they automatically back up in a tool? I don't know. Skyhack, I don't know. That is one thing I cannot figure it out. I just hope that they do get a little more transparent with certain topics, at least. Any kind of transparency increase would be beneficial for us. And this is something we've been talking about from the very beginning, and I mentally am not recording any improvements. So I'm going to go out and say that, at least for me, transparency is still at a bare minimum. And that is what it is. Can we change it? No, I don't think so. Next thing that I was going to ask. These were things that I once again, I spent all morning typing into the into my new overlay that doesn't work. But the next thing that I was kind of trying to figure out, or at least wanted to gauge the community on, was solo versus guild balance. And do you guys think that the update has helped solo players compete with guilds? Or do you think it's actually made it more of a group guild focus in order to make things work better now? Even if you're not online, if you win, Dr. Webb, I'll send you a message. You don't have to worry about it. You go on, get yourself some sleep, my man. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure that if you win, you get it. Don't worry about it. So the next thing that I was really thinking about is whether or not it's worth being solo now as compared to being in a big group. And the reason I'm saying that is over the past 2 weeks in Cetus, you're at 50-50 on that, Draith. Because over the last 2 weeks in Cetus, what I've noticed is that it's paying to have a big group just so that you can maintain your presence in the deep desert to push back on nefarious actors, right? As a solo, you don't get the drops you really want. When you push new dungeons levels, die 5 times, and you end up with a Wayfinder schematic. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Aether? Nice to see you in there. So that's another thing. That's another aspect that I think is really, really needs to be talked about here. You help solos access better BPs, but will impact negatively in the future. How is that going to get to work, Dr. Webb? Don't let me keep you here. Don't let me get you in trouble. I don't think they will merge servers in the standard way, looking at it simply due to bases. I feel it will be a server X is moving to server Y, so everyone on X must pick up their base, transfer to Y, and put your base down like it is now. And once at the end of the time frame, everything on X is deleted. This is why they need to be fully transparent. Exactly. Thank you. Any knowledge of that pushing forward would be great. I'm glad that we still have that like hanging over moving into the next conversation, because there, once again, multiple minds make great answers. And that's what we're really aiming at getting done tonight, is trying to figure out exactly, whether or not these questions can be answered by us. As a solo player, I didn't do DD stations because I just got creamed, because I'm terrible at combat, but I can solo up to level 3 in the overland dungeons and get resources and gear. Cool. Skahack. Yes, with the same engine in college, I work in finance. Okay. Funcom could change the UI and show absolute numbers. They could. Thank you, George Rivera. Back on that. Without a big group, we can't win Landsraad on our servers. This is another aspect. So this is good. This is why I threw this out there. Already, we have 3 different values to be looking at when it comes to being solo as to group, because solo in the deep desert for resource gathering is one thing. Solo being able to rush through and do testing stations, another thing. And the third thing is, as Nick has just brought up, Landsraad. So we can't win Landsraad on our server. It's essentially impossible on our server without not enough population, bribing, or turning in supplies to the Landsraad vendors. So 100%, I don't think, when it comes to Landsraad, I don't think Funcom ever expected solos to impact Landsraad all that much. You couldn't. I mean, you're talking about representing a solo player according to like a group that has 32 people in it. That would be extremely unfair if you were balancing it out somewhere for that solo player to have as much representation as 32 people doing the same thing. But definitely, as a solo player, you're always going to be at the mercy of what the larger groups pick for Landsraad, if you can win Landsraad at all. Have a good one, Dr. Webb. Thank you. Enjoy work today. I'm watching Landsraad closer by Thursday. Like, damn. I mean, overall, this isn't one of the questions that I wanted to bring up, but yet, actually, I do want to talk about Landsraad a little bit. But what day is it, right? What is today? Today is Friday morning for NA servers. Landsraad is done. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Basically, 4.5 days, Landsraad is finished. You basically have nothing to do now. Sure, there are things to do, but there's no way that Landsraad should be finished in 4 days, with 4 days to go in the week, right? We finished Landsraad in 3 days this week. Creamed it. 3 days, done. It shouldn't be this way. Internally, the code needs to be min-max. Oh, we're still on the percentages? Good. Keep discussing that, guys. And, let's get back to it a little bit later and try to figure out what our consensus is on that. I mean, that makes sense for the story. Who would have more influence in such a political structure? The lone dude or the organized group? Obviously, the group can benefit a house more. 100% Skahack. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I do feel bad for people who are in small groups, but once again, this is what I've been saying this whole time. Later on, Trent, thanks for stopping in and sharing your knowledge and your perspectives, dude. I deeply appreciate it. But this is what I've been explaining here since Chapter 3 has popped out. And one of the reasons why I have like really kind of posed this question out there for you guys. Sorry, I kind of lost track of where I was going with it. Because I was reading Florida Man worked hard for the week and Harco coordinated. Yeah, I mean, Hark House, Florida man, number one, number two, barely adequate gamers. I don't know anybody in that guild. Fire, friendly fire, and no access. I still haven't met all these people. I really want to meet them and try to see. This is where it kind of leads me, though. Because up until this point, I don't think Landsraad has been represented properly in terms of that server being balanced. Like for us, I've had to beg people to join Cetus that are Harkonnen so that we can get to this point. Florida men included in that begging process, right? So literally, I don't really... I'm seeing that we are, as a community, building a larger group of people now that are working together to make this happen. So I kind of feel like the day of the solo or small group is starting to like die out. Although there are still people who are solo that come into the Discord and they're like, "Hey, I play solo. Can I run Landsraad or do testing stations with you guys?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure, jump in and do it." But once again, that's a community effort. That's us like accepting them in, not forcing them to like join the guild or do stuff like that and playing with them. So once again, it's about that larger community coming together to work for the benefit of the positive, right? With Landsraad being in a small group is only a problem if you are the opposite house to the one that is winning. Also, due to the changes, winning Landsraad doesn't do much anymore. I mean, we got the flex this week. We got the flex. We won. And like I said, I'm just trolling here, but we're going to pick the exclusive weapons import rights just so that I can get another ancient way because I don't have enough ancient ways. How many ancient ways do I have at this point? I need more ancient ways. I don't think I have enough of them. Let's see. 10 ancient ways. I need more I need more level 0 ancient ways. So I don't care what anyone says. We're picking the weapons vendor this week. There will be quite a few people throwing a fit if that were to be the case. So, Nerd, can you buy your ancient way from the vendor and give it to me? That level 0, you can break it down probably and get the crafting pieces. And back, and we all need into testing stations with 8 ancient ways and nothing else. Yeah. I like the way they've done it. And going back to that solo question, so pushing aside Landsraad, which I think is pretty obvious that Landsraad cannot be discussed when it comes to solo or group because Landsraad is meant for group, not solo players. You can't balance that out, right? So if you are in a way maintaining a small group, you can't really ever... I don't believe it's fair for a small group or a solo player to complain about having no or less influence on something which really leans heavy into group play. But for testing stations, this is where the real question kind of pops out. Because testing stations ended up being the exact opposite of what I was expecting them to be. I was expecting testing stations to be 4-man group orientated deep in grinds. And what it's ended up being is that nobody wants to run a testing station with more than one other person. They either want to go solo or with one other person, which here, if you have the skills and the ability to do this stuff, really is falling in a positive way on those solo or small groups, right? The bigger groups, I don't know. I mean, I guess you have more access to better players, I guess. I play 94... sorry, Linteri. And back, I play 95% solo, and at times I've had the deciding vote when the votes are being split so you can have an influence. You must be on a very, very dead server, Lintari. Or, man, you play a lot. New Landsraad requires people to put in the work. No more resource sync. Faction chat allows for coordinating Landsraad efforts. You can't say that. We sunk a lot of spice into the Landsraad this week, George Rivera. I alone accounted for 900 spice melange, and someone else put another 600 in on top of that. So there's still a little bit of a resource sink in there. Just not the one that used to be, like you were saying, the crafting or whatnot. Yeah, definitely that's not there anymore. Even after downtime, ping for me is 500. Holy shit. Why are you even playing the game, dude? With 500 ping, is that on Cetus, Krezel? 500 ping is absolutely ridiculous. Why would you even log into that? Dude, you need to file a report with someone. 500 ping is unplayable. Dude, 180 ping is unplayable. They should consider buffing the drop chance with larger groups. So I think, dude, I don't mind. I hear you, Izzy. I don't mind the way that the drop system works now, actually. I just think they need to get rid of the 5 trillion freaking ads that spawn on top of you. I don't think that makes it more challenging. I mean, yeah, it makes it more challenging, but I mean, what it does is pushes people away from it, and they don't want that challenge. So maybe it makes it overly challenging. The people who don't want to run solo end up using exploits to make the hard dungeons one-player difficulty. Are there that many exploits right now, Raymer? I don't know. Dude, you saw me the other night. Somebody was like, dude, you can push the button through the wall, and I wasn't thinking about it, and I went and did it, and I almost cried. Like I felt like I sold my soul to the devil. I don't do exploits. So if there are people exploiting, I don't know about it. If they are, that's like crazy. Now, 500 ping is ridiculous, dude. There's something wrong there. Something's going on there. We all agree on this. It should be 1 ad per a person. If that. Just make them more tanky. Less ads, more tanky. Dungeon balance is still a question. The scaling seems out of whack to me. Absolutely 100%, right? We only run dungeons as solos or duos. Party of 4 square. Oh, yeah. No, George Revere, that was it. Even the other day, we were doing Landsraad skill missions for crafting, and a third person was like, hey, you mind if we run with you? And I was like, as long as we don't have to do testing stations. And, of course, we had to do a testing station. And even at level 1, it's not hard. You can obviously like one-shot everything. But even then, like the amount of mobs being thrown at you just kind of feels ridiculous. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be that way. I can't remember a game that's ever just thrown multitudes at you just because as a punishment for adding an extra person to your group. The difference in ads from 1 player versus 2 players versus 3 players. Yeah, Skyhack, and this is what I'm kind of getting at here. In a way, if you remember the old days on the testing stations, having a group was way more beneficial than running those things solo. And they've literally flipped it on its head, and they've made it where doing these solo or with small group is way more beneficial than trying to do this thing with a group, which takes away group play. Nobody wants to do them because nobody wants to deal with it. This is something that I think needs to be addressed. Definitely. There is a bug that allows you to run 4 people in 1 person scaling dungeons. Amazing. That I don't know what to say about it. That's horrible. I don't exploit either. I just know. No, Raymar, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say you're an exploiter. I'm just trying to say if there are exploits, I literally for the first time just heard about that right there from Izzy. I try to maintain an integrity that keeps me as far away from exploits as I possibly can be at all times. I just don't like exploits. I feel like by doing it, I'm selling my soul to the devil, and I'm not playing the game for what it is. So I never do it. And I'm not saying anyone in here is an exploiter either. So I apologize if that's the way it came across. I definitely, Raymer, you've been in the stream for a long time. I've never thought you were an exploiter. I think you're a very straight up very honest person. You've always been honest in here. All right, Bob, I'll see you after your meeting. Thank you for coming in. My server's Landsraad doesn't get one till Sunday. It's kind of perfect. How? Holy crap. There's actually a server that doesn't get Landsraad 1 until Sunday? Are you shitting me? That's, dude, we're done. It's done. All it requires is some timing, and it could be fixed in an instant by demanding all people be in the PvE dungeon room. I don't know. Oh, I kind of have a feeling I know how they're doing it now. I don't know. Still, there's no reason for it. There's just no reason for it. Literally, if you're doing an exploit that you're doing a single person run with 4 people and blowing through it, yay, you got the armor. You got tier 5 armor. You've conquered the game. Now what are you going to do? Like, you've taken away any of the challenge that the game has to offer. And I just think that's not a way to go about it. Let's not talk about the scaling features too much. Funcom might fix it. George Rivera, fingers crossed on that one. If they can fix that thing, it will be a godsend, because there's one thing that I love the most about games like Dune is the possibilities for group activities. And whenever I see people being discouraged from doing group activities, it really kind of just hurts me, because I want to do more stuff with people. So yeah, maybe they'll fix it. Do not use it. I mean, I'm solo, but I actually, Lintari, I still don't know how to do it. I'm just kind of guessing by what you said could be the way that it happens. And I'm not even explaining how it happens, if you see what I'm saying. I pictured it and I was like, yeah, I think I can understand how it might be happening, but I'm not going to tell people what I think is happening, because I don't want people to do it either. That would be horrible. Yep. I'm really a bug. The others just joined late, laughing out loud. I know about it. All right, driver. Yeah, it's being used by folks streaming the game, of course. Funcom definitely knows about it, and to some of the creators' credit, they've been loud in trying to get Funcom to pay attention and understand how messed up scaling is. Laughing out loud, yes. But, you know, in my opinion, if you've been running it, you should be penalized for it. But I'm not going to go down that trail tonight. No need to talk about punishment. Mine is 8 ATM. I'm guessing you're talking about the level. Agreed. It's not playing the game as intended, but it's also breaking the toss and risking a ban. We're on the same page here. Yeah, 100% Raymar. I never thought you were on a different page, my friend. I've always believed in you. Funcom is aware. We already did it. There are videos showing how to do it. Yeah, I mean, of course there is. there's people who literally make it their centerpiece of content creation on YouTube to make videos on exploits. Your Landsraad is 8 of 8. Oh, okay. Still 8 of 8 on a Friday morning? That's absolutely mind-blowing, dude. Like, Landsraad should definitely be taking a lot longer to get that done. Just to address the final part of whether or not we feel solo or group play is becoming more beneficial, because we've already seen 2 lopsided ends of it. As for on one side, Landsraad, we can see it's obviously always going to go towards the greater size, the bigger group, right? Whereas whenever you're looking at testing stations, it seems to have been flipped on its head. How about getting out into the deep desert? I know at least on our server, it's been very active. And there's actually been an increase in aggression towards those people getting out there and doing it. And the one thing that is saving our server is us being out there protecting those people who are trying to get the resources done. Whereas you're still hearing a lot of people in smaller groups getting hammered out. How is it happening in your servers? Are you guys seeing an uptick in aggression? Are you even touching the deep desert? Are you guys getting out there and experiencing a shift. Do you feel like it's the exact same as what it was today? Yeah, I mean, literally, because Izzy and them were out floating on top of the carrier, a guy jumped out ejected with his las gun and was gonna start las gunning stuff, but because we were all out there in a group, which is what I said we needed to be doing, literally, yeah, Raven was there as well. Because we were as a group, we were able to get everything back safely without a scratch, and Izzy actually got to have some fun fighting the guy for a while, right? Very good job. That was an awesome job by you, dude. I'm very proud of you for being out there. I, unfortunately, this is the way my day is gone, guys. All right. I just want to throw this out there really quick so everyone can know how my day went. I was trying to delete or uninstall games off of Steam, and I accidentally, for some reason, uninstalled Dune and started reinstalling it. And 10 minutes later, they're like, hey, dude, we're getting aggressed. I'm like, son of a biscuit. I can't even get out there and help anybody because I'm a retard, and I literally uninstalled Dune. Good on me. I do the best thing all the time. I've been solo for months because I started out doing group play in the deep desert on Harmony, and that was quite toxic and aggravating, which isn't fun for me. But how's it coming now, Skahack? How are you doing it now? How are you feeling? If you're still running solo, how are you feeling? In DU, we just went out to farm spice. This should be the quiet time. We couldn't sit down without getting attacked. Since the grade 4 has been achievable, we haven't been able to get a good haul of spice on PAX server. Well, PAX is the Harmony of Europe, so I have no choice in Landsraad votes, and rightly so. Yeah, exactly, Rogue Weapon. I mean, do your best, get your vote power, but at the end of the day, if you have 32 people working the Landsraad, there should be no reason for you to have any massive impact in an active server. Farmers are having the time of their lives in my server. Oh, okay. All the PvPers are running labs, getting stronger, and aiming for the augments and weapons this week. And it's the calm before the storm. Well, I mean, we get aggressive. I think what's kind of happened on our server is some people have finished all their Landsraad and they're like, I'm bored, so let's go fight somebody in the deep desert. And that's kind of led us to make a naughty list, an aggressors list, and it's made it where we're coming together more as a community. So I'm actually seeing the benefit of us having a large group together, making it more playable for us out there in the deep desert right now. With the new overland dungeons is awesome. I can get the stuff that I've been getting in the deep desert stations. Yeah. And I'm gonna guess that you already are deep in plastinium and spice, so you didn't have to worry about going out there and getting that. Now at work, back on Twitch. Oh, awesome, Drace. Welcome back to work. I mean, I'm solo with my guild, so I spent those 4 to 5 total votes strategically. Yeah. We are aggressors from around a crawler. Go few. Well, so what Raven's trying to say is we were out sand crawling and we literally had 3 assault Ornies protecting it. And one guy flew up and he was like, there's 30 Harkonnens out there on the spice field and they're aggressing everybody. We're like, what? We're literally just sitting here. We're not doing anything. What are you talking about? He was like, you guys should go out there and kill them. These guys need to be taken off our server. It's like, what? We literally are just sitting here, dude. What are you talking about? Anyways, that was a funny one. Yeah, I like that one. That was funny. Hey, what's up, Charles? Sorry about earlier. I saw you jump on and I was having the worst time with my new overlay. Hopefully I can get that thing fixed tomorrow so that we can get some of these new features put into the chat. Combat 100, Gathering 20, then Deep Desert. Ooh, you're going to wait it out, huh, George Rivera? We be evil or something. Yeah, definitely. So evil. We are the most evil. I mean, I'm solo with my own guild. No, new features. Yeah, I have things for interacting with people, polls and things like that for us to get a better physical representation of how people are feeling about certain topics. Like tonight, we're discussing all these topics and we just have to like openly discuss them. Whereas if we have like a poll with a pie chart or something showing us how people are voting, we can have a better understanding of how the larger community feels about these things, especially because we get a lot of people in these streams that don't necessarily communicate a lot. They're a little bit shy, or they just want to lurk in the background and not want to, get too deep into stuff. So it's just a way to give everybody a chance to like jump out there, communicate, and like actively participate in the topics and discussions without necessarily having to type or speak or things along those lines. But it completely shit the bed. I'm going to have to reinstall and do everything again tomorrow. Hopefully I can work it out before the stream starts on Saturday. I'm solo because I have, well, I'm Goofy. If you've seen Goofy, you are now able to rejoin the Discord. So I'm giving you a shot to get back into the Discord. As for guild invite, we just don't have any spots open. You came a little bit late. Maybe we need to start a second guild. We'll have to wait and see. If we start, the thing is, we don't really have a large influx of people wanting to come into Cetus anymore. So until we start getting people like wanting to charge headfirst into Cetus, we aren't going to necessarily go open up another guild and force someone out to do so. For the testing stations, I don't enjoy running them solo. Really? I don't mind them solo, but I just like doing group stuff. I do them in groups of 2, 3, or 4. It's harder, but a lot more fun. Hopefully they adjust the ads, though. I mean, it's not impossible to do some of them with 4, but I mean, for example, the radiation testing station with 4 people, dude, it's literally, you're getting swarmed by a mound of ants. It's absolutely insane. Hey, Made in English, how's it going? Like, there's no way to beat Radiation Boss over level 6 with 4 people. Impossible. Unless you're cheating. We should do DD stations for the intel points. When? Now? I think I actually have 5. Yeah, I need to do them as well. I need to be doing them. I'm just, getting deep into it. Do you have the armored rad suit yet, Nerdbird? Right hither, brother. That's what started the whole stream off today. We were discussing... Jesus, that took forever. We were discussing whether or not my crafting character actually increased the durability of this thing. I don't know. I'm not sure if they did or not. Oh, awesome. You can give it to me, Maiden. Don't worry about it. I'll take it. You feel free. Hand it over, brother. I'll take that suit. Hands down. Woohoo. Nah, man, keep it. Actually, if I were you, Made in English, I would throw that on the marketplace. If you don't want to learn it, you might be surprised how much you can get for that thing. I'd pop it up there for like 10 mil or so. Nah. Any help I've ever given anybody on this server never needs to be repaid. Anytime I help someone on this server, I literally do it out of the kindness of my heart and because I love having people to do stuff with. The day that I start charging people for helping them out with something is like the day I quit playing games altogether. Vladimir, how's it going? Vladimir, are you happy with your new bike that they gave you to put back together? You need to run the DD stations as we're going to try when I get home from work later today. Yeah, if I'm still awake when you get home from work, I'll do a 2-man with you. They can reply by pressing forward and coming to help once in a while. Yeah, exactly. Raven's got it 100%. Like, if you want to donate or give something, I mean, just jump on Discord and ask, does anybody need it? Number 1. Number 2, because if I need it, I'll say, yeah, I need it. I won't mind taking something from you if I need it. But, like, I don't need it now at this point. But, yeah, I mean, if it ever comes down to a fact that I helped you or someone else in the community's helped you and you feel like, oh, I owe the community something. Yeah, the only thing you really owe is next time you have a chance to help somebody, make sure that you help somebody. It comes out pretty easy that way. Was just in the deep desert compacting spice before going in for work with a minute. Had someone else compacting and aggroing the worm. Yeah, so we're having some issues on Cetus with that currently, where I think we have some people trying to troll us out there, where they're like hopping in and like compacting enough to get the worm and then they fly away. And I think we're going to have to start being a little more aggressive with those guys, because we talked to them. We've tried to explain to them. I mean, we've even offered to let people to like come out there and spice with us to get sandcrawler spice, just so you don't have to compact it. And at this point, I'm thinking, look, dude, this is it. This is all I'm going to say about that. If I was new and I was in the deep desert and I was compacting sand and someone said, hey, dude, stop compacting sand. Just come get in a sand crawler and get like a sand crawler's worth of sand. We'll help you get it. We'll protect you and take care of you while you get it. And you can take it all home with you. I would be like, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. But at this point, it's like compacting. Here comes the worm. Oh, time to go. Sorry, guys. I'm innocent. I'm thinking we're going to have to start pew-pewing people. I agree, Raven. Like at some point, it's no longer them being, sometimes it's not them being, unknowing newbies. It becomes a matter of them just trying to troll us out there and trying to get away with it. Thanks for the sub, Nat Hunter. I appreciate that Prime sub. Once again, all subs, all money donated to Twitch goes towards the community and us buying games and other formats like running servers or things like that, so that we can keep the community rolling and having fun together and build the experience that we've been building over these past few months. It's even more fun when someone drops into your field and drops a thumper. Yeah. Well, I mean, in my opinion, Aether, someone compacting a large spice field when you are driving a sandcrawler is the same as just dropping a thumper. Literally, it's the same thing. He's just intentionally trolling. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you jump into a large spice field and you start compacting, you're literally just thumping the sand so that you can get a worm to try to annoy somebody. So, unfortunately, the nice days of Cetus are still there. We still like always offer to help everyone we possibly can all the time, right? Like we never stop doing that. But now it's going to become, if you're doing nefarious stuff like that, you might get hit by a rocket. Because I told them, don't impact ringworms. It's bugged, the mechanics, and definitely don't impact the ringworms when crawlers are on it. Yeah, exactly, Izzy. We've mentioned it multiple times. But, I mean, let's not go into Cetus politics. We have plenty of Melange and Plastinium, but we ran out of gun parts. Oh, yeah, no. George Rivera, I completely believe that. There's so many things that I don't pick up, and then it's like, why didn't I pick those up all the time? That makes sense. Yes. It does make sense. Hey, good morning. What's up, Constantine? How are you doing? Glad to see you jumping into the conversation. You're getting in here right at the right time, because we are about to be moving on to our next question. It doesn't really seem like anyone's seeing any difference in solo to guild in terms of how the different aspects can affect you in doing this. So, we can go on and move into it. The next thing is something that we've already been complaining about earlier tonight, which is the performance of the server stability after the latest update. How do we feel? For me, I'm going to say I think the server's gotten a little bit worse. They claim that they upgraded the performance, but I kind of want to say it doesn't feel better to me. You've encountered this individual before and caught him Use a suspensor belt. Oh yeah, dude. He's definitely trying to troll us, dude. Like he's being a bad boy. My issues are not that. Me too, actually, Raven. That's the only place. It's Haga Basin that I'm having these issues. Nowhere else really. Deep Desert. Every time we've been out there, it's ran smoothly. It's just the Haga Basin, which is once again making me wonder: is this because so many people are base building in my siege again? It does feel choppy. I agree, Fozzie. Like. That's why I'm bringing it up. I just want to get, we don't have to go like deep and go into like metaphysical discussion on server and what needs to be fixed or whatnot. But just, I wanted to get a good understanding of, thanks for the subprime. Thanks, Aether. I appreciate it. I just want to get like a generalized, consensus on what people feel about the servers now that, that update's happened. Good morning. That's another reason why I want to get another overlay. I can't seem to fix that damn thing. But thank you. I appreciate Aether. It's not just to me. Remember, they all go to the community. So that treasure train, I don't know what the treasure train does actually, but get your treasure train. Good morning, Mental Strategy. How's it going? Worse than Haga, massive bases, 100s of pentashields. Yeah, I think it's a base building thing, and that's why when people come to see this, they're always like, "What server are you on?" I'm like, "Dude, don't come to my server. Go to another server." But they always end up coming to my server anyways, or my siege, which is okay. But being in Korea, I need every advantage I can get my hands on. Did someone just land here? Oh, hey, what's going on? Who is this? I need every advantage I can get in order to Orf. I need every advantage I can get to like maintain my stability, and I'm starting to feel it. I moved to Tabor because of two close neighbors that was causing me to lag. Were you on Cathebe, Ferrex? Honestly, is a little more laggy than it usually is. Update, but there's been a lot of building in my siege. Yeah, okay. See, so it's definitely going to be a new the amount of buildings. Where's the new? Oh, here's something actually out of nowhere. Here is something we can talk about. Oh, you're originally on Ramal. I see. Good. See, I don't even know where that comes from. I don't even know what that was. Oh, see? That's what I'm saying. It always repeats itself for some reason. Here's the next thing that I would say is kind of needs to be talked about. This isn't the new skin. Is this the new skin? I don't think so. Is this the new skin? No. This can't be the new skin. This is contraband? So if this is contraband, yeah, okay. So the new skin, can I say Funcom lacks an imagination now? Here's a company that has always been so well known for their ability to put skins and other things inside of their games. And now all of a sudden, they literally just recolored, put tiles, or I mean, what did they do different? This is the switch it to Atreides real quick. We had 4 people on our siege today, and in Haga it lags terrible when storms come in. I had 15 frames, but seems mostly when storms come. Oh, Osby, with only 4 people on the siege? That's horrible, dude. Like, what's going on with that? That's the scavenger set. This is Atreides. So literally it's the same skin. This is base. Okay. No, this is the new skin, isn't it? No, that's Atreides, yeah. I don't know. So it's basically an Atreides ornithopter that's been beat up. It's not that much different though. Doesn't look that much. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just a recycled. They are smugglers, right? Maybe they just stole the Atreides ornies. I mean, for me, dude, it looks exactly the same. It's different here. Do it again. The cockpit changes. Cockpit changes. That's the difference. It's a little more flat. You got the sunroof. That's it, though? I don't know. I don't think that's that. I don't know. Whatever. I don't make skins. When someone tries to put spoilers or a Fast and the Furious deco on a beat up Hyundai, Sandcrawlers look like you left it in the open for a week. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Look at it. Like, literally, it just looks like an Atreides Thopter that needs a paint job. Literally, the skin the skin is like lack thereof a paint job. All right, I might be being too hard. What are the chances for it dropping? For what? I don't mind solo either, as I'm running 13s, mostly trying to get the next upgrade so I can progress further, but I'm leaving my guild behind because my guild mates aren't so good solo. Yeah, battle tone. That's but I mean, you can also accumulate blueprints and hand them to your teammates, and maybe that will help them get through the lower levels a little bit faster, right? Sorry, I have a little question. Which way is better for you to watch your stream, on YouTube or on Twitch? Fozzie, it's up to you. I don't care either way. I'm here for the community, and if it's easier for you to be on YouTube, stay on YouTube. If you want to be on Twitch, move to Twitch. Either way, having you present and you communicating and being part of the conversation is all that I care. Either way, it all gets put on the same feed. Everybody has a chance to answer it, and that's all that I care about, is whether or not you're here and you're talking, because the more people we have communicating and sharing ideas, the more we can figure out the future of the game. Easter shield wall on my siege is starting to look like a futuristic city. Everyone is next to each other. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, dude. 10% drop rate. Okay, run the dungeons as a duo. That's the sweet spot. Not all the dungeons, but some of them are. I know that Matsu and Ink are really, really good at running the fire dungeon. I don't recommend doing the radiation dungeon as a duo, though. Run the dungeon as a duo. Trio, YouTube only thing allowed. Oh, I mean, yeah. Like I said, wherever it's easier for you to be like sharing in and talking with us, please just be in that spot. You don't have to come to Twitch. You don't have to go to YouTube. I mean, I usually stream on Kick. I'm not doing it tonight because I just was struggling to get this thing up, because we do have a game giveaway here in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, I'm just happy that you're here and you're talking with us. Wait. What are we doing? Sandcrawlers look like, haha, the skin needs a skin. That skin needs a spa treatment. Don't worry, he does not reply to me too. Who doesn't reply to you? Keefe, is it me? I've lost some context there. You got to know, so I have like multiple screens of stuff being streamed. Only Scout and Assault variant are different. Carriers and crawlers have different patterns and no different model. Once again, guys, like I say all the time, if the thread has like passed up your comment, your question, your statement, please just like at me and throw it in the comment section again, like copy paste it. I do want to answer and read out everyone's replies. I just at times get overcrowded with multiple screens and reading what everyone's talking about, but I definitely don't ignore anyone. If you give me a chance, I will always try to find a way to get back to what you're saying. Ink has radiation at 13 completed. Awesome. They have done dual on fighting. I think it's 15. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's always going to be the case. Kind of, you're always going to have some people that are a little bit better than others. Once again, we've discussed this with the whole bell curve concept. That's the way you want to, I'm sorry. I knew Raven was gonna attack me with something there. But I mean, as a game designer, you try to make the difficulty and competitiveness of your game based on a bell curve. And you want to say, for example, currently, I would say the majority of people can probably get to like level 7 or 8. Like me, I can get to that. I consider myself like more or less average in this way. But there's still going to be people that are like, I'm struggling with level 3 or 4. And there's going to be smaller groups of people on the other end of it that are like, I'm blowing out level 15 and 16s. So that is just a sign that Funcom actually has kind of done their job when it comes to the creation of how these dungeons are working in mass public. So like there are some people that you cannot expect to ever make it to the end. There are some people that are going to struggle and take a while to get there. So 16 poison, fire, and electric completed. You guys are rocking it, my man. Dark and rad, I haven't tried for long since doesn't drop anything I want anyways. And it's just death. Radiation is just death. Hell, just for the hell of it, I built a air traffic control tower. Oh, awesome, dude. I mean, this is the time. Sadly enough, we're stuck in a virtual loop of 5 quests for every Landsraad and every skill point. So at this point, we're gonna start feeling the fatigue of doing repetitive stuff over and over again. So hopefully we can still come up with some good building ideas like airport traffic control. So birds sometimes, I can't read it. Push an X, Raven. Some of your sentences getting blocked by the heart. Dark drops Elo helmet belt is an upgrade to the full suspensor. That is this one, right? Yeah. Anyways, off to work. See you later. All right, Ferrix, have a good day at work. Hope I'm around when you get back off. Like this is the late night, so I am laughing at myself. Just built a Temu version of a Strud Destroyer. Temu version, is it? It must be really good. Break, what's going on? Good morning to you too. How's it going? Bird sometimes misses it because multiple streams and chats, he might miss a message. Oh, you weren't attacking me. Oh, Raven, that was nice of you to back me up on it. Yeah, that's exactly what ends up happening. I miss out on, especially when we get some controversial questions going. I'm getting all of the swatches, 15 out of 25 so far. Oh, wow, you're hammering them down. I need to start doing that kind of stuff, George Rivera. I don't know why I don't. But there's no graded version of belts, power packs, tools, so no point to do anything above 1 to get these schematics. 100%. I don't know why they don't do that. That actually makes no sense to me, why they wouldn't upgrade those with like level 1 through 5. See, you owe me something. I attacked you full cargo. Let's go. It's yours. It's yours, Raven. You win. I won't shoot a missile at you next time you are spice mining. This I promise you. Okay, so we know about that now as it's going. I think we've already discussed whether or not they hit the mark on PvE content. We've already discussed that with the overland map, stuff along those lines. So no reason to cover that one up anymore. We talked about spice and resource economy. How do you guys feel so far about, this is actually something I'm interested in. because with chapter 3, we've now been exposed to a lot of extra items, blueprints, as well as possible amounts of influx of craftable materials. How have the markets and the economies on your servers changed? Have they gotten better? Have they gotten worse? Have they stayed the same? Have you seen an influx? I know some people on Cetus server have been racking in metric crap tons of money here lately. We need more people selling at the market. Kind of missed the markets on Harmony for that reason only. Yeah, but I think now we are about 57 people on Cetus. I think it's kind of shifted. My server got a market like 2 weeks now. It's dead again. Like nothing posted or bought. Yeah, that's kind of why I sketched that question down there. That was going to be what I led into, Lintari, was first I wanted to see how people are feeling about their market, and then I wanted to see how long do they think that's actually going to exist into the future. Like, do you think that the market's going to continue being good, or do you expect it to drop off? And like you've said already, worst G1 weapons going for 30 plus mil. Whoa. Constantine, slow down there. You're telling me grade 1 weapons are being sold for 30 million on your server? That is absolutely ridiculous. Break. Thanks for the watch streak, dude. It's good to see you popping in and coming over and over again. Yeah, 30 million for a grade 1 weapon might be a little bit of a stretch. Stayed similar. High grade items cost millions still, while low grade items barely sell for over $1 million. Just like old days where S tier sold for millions. Yeah, all right. So no change at all. People done the story and now burned out the repetition and the loot being terrible. So yeah, people are leaving again. I mean, the Funcom is kind of taking the stance of, here's some content. When you get tired of it, go play something else. That is kind of their stance right now. I post every day on Cetus, always willing to give anything away if needed. That's right. Me as well. Like anytime somebody needs something, all you must do is ask. I will definitely help you guys get upgraded as much as I can. Yeah, so basically what we're looking at here is more or less that markets, we can see that markets have the opportunity to change a little bit, but this is something I'm worried about with the future of the game, and that is can they ever implement any kind of content which will affect the game long term in terms of how markets and groups of people transfer wealth on the server? And I'm starting to believe that it's not going, unless they like reset everything, and I definitely am not advocating for that. I don't really believe we are going to see the possibility of a future where markets can be manipulated by Funcom in a way that is going to make a change for the long term. I also think that this is a topic for like a roundtable where people can throw out multiple possible solutions to it. But, you know, I'm still just hoping that we're seeing a long-term change out there. I still need burning blades. Found out Mark II ones are nice. Oh, really, driver? Dude, I wish I could give, I gave all of mine away. Hey, what's up, Osazu? How are you doing? Thanks for jumping in and saying hello, dude. It's great to see you out. That would have been fine, but the damn work on the loot, most of us useless, and it feels so bad when you try to get your hand on the actual useful stuff. If you had players, you have a market, and melee lovers can sell the range stuff and vice versa. Funcom cannot manage that story. They do not have the people in place with insights and ability to make a proper lasting world with population. Possibly. I'm selling Melange like crazy. Whoa. Hey, Dwayne. How's it going? However, I thought I'd see the grade 3-4 augment schematic patterns. 3-4 would be on the market. No luck. Haven't seen any so far. I think because people are hoarding them, Dwayne, there's a reason why you're not seeing augment patterns on the market. I don't want to explain to you why, but there is a certain bug that is possibly keeping people from wanting to sell high-level augment blueprints at this moment. So until they fix a certain bug, I don't believe there's ever going to be a slowdown on people not posting those things out there, unfortunately. But, I mean, I think given enough time, they'll start showing up on the market more and more frequently. Keefe, as I've said multiple times, I don't think I'm even on Funcom's radar. I do like sitting out here shooting the shit with all of you people and us like rolling ideas around in the universe the way that it is. But, you know, I don't think Funcom pays too much attention to the NerdPert channel. But, you know, maybe one day we'll see. They currently affect the market by having a 2 million Solari cap. If there was no cap, things would be selling for billions. Is there a 2 billion? Oh, I don't think anyone's even gotten close to 2 billion. I've seen grade 4 ancient ways for like 30 to 40 million, but billion? Does anyone put stuff up for billions? Like, the amount of money you would have to drop to put that thing up is absolutely ridiculous. And the way they've made the money sink is like the higher level items are actually costing you more to put on the market right now. So there's actually not such a bad system that they put in. We're only in like the way that it's progressing after this week. Anyone who is good at running stations are literally going to be maxed out in level 5 gear. And then it's just a matter of, do I continue to grind that to sell it on the market, or do I go out into the deep desert and start shooting up farmers? And that's what I think is going to happen at this point. By far, I believe that's the case. And the people who can't get to the level 5 stuff or grade 5 stuff are going to be lagging a little bit behind, either buying the stuff from the better grinders or, you know, trying to catch up naturally while they play. I haven't seen anything on Harmony sell for more than 500 million. Yeah, I've not seen anything for 100 million. 30 to 40 million for grade 4 ancient ways. I mean, in all fairness, that rad suit, I would probably put it up there for 20 million if I got my hands on it, because it's so hard to get your hands on it. I would make some money out of it. No, you can't have more than 2 billion in the bank. That's why they don't sell for more than 500 million. Gotcha. Understood. Thanks for that. Thank you for that clarity. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know there was a cap on the bank. I honestly think there should be a difference in higher number groups for overland labs, because you're getting a very big advantage in gameplay for aggro, switching, helping, and the far easier to find good blueprints with multiple people opening the chest. Well, let me tell you, Matsuda, with the way that they scale with larger groups, you definitely should get better chances at different drops. I 190,000% agree with you on that. Just for the fact that it is that much harder to actually complete with more than 2 people. Level sold 3 Regis Disruptor back in day for 150, 200 mil. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to get your hands on that. That might be a little bit excessive. I hope whoever's selling it gets it, but I wouldn't pay for it. Rad suit has negative 20th energy, unusable. I mean, all that means is you don't go into the electric lab with it. Right? I don't know. I've never seen a reason to have more than 10 mil. I'm selling melange like crazy. All right, great. So, I mean, markets are markets. Oh, wait, no, the radiation lab shoots energy. Does it? Do the ads, maybe the ranged ads do? I don't know. Oh, no, the boss actually shoots ranged energy, doesn't he? Now that I'm thinking about it, that's his like pew, 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 pew. But that thing is pretty easy to avoid. Like you can run away from it. Yes, Izzy. Yes, Izzy. Yes. The boss is using plasma cannon. Gotcha. Yeah, I won't argue that maybe it could be featured better, but I personally think it should be too much different from now. Sometimes these things seem impossible, most until someone finds a new strategy or so they all of a sudden have a problem reversed. Yes. I found a living donkey interacting. Yeah, you just now saw that? Dude, so I've been telling you for the past, I don't know, week or so that all of the areas around us, like all of these little places, have a donkey in them. They're all wearing like donkey steel suits. That was my thing, was maybe we should, in order to like, in order to join the guild, they have to like go and find all of the actual donkeys and take screenshots with them to prove that they've met all of the donkeys in order to get an invite to the guild. I want a donkey pin for my base with my own. Donkeys are cool. Only at the boss and you're not get hit. They travel. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Lintari. Like that boss, you're dying from the ads in that fight. You're not dying from the boss. If you're doing stuff well. But you shouldn't be dying from that plasma cannon. That is slow. And the way he revolves around with it is extremely slow. So I couldn't see any reason for people to actually be dying from that, right? I don't think PvP has changed. If anything, PvP has been shat on. So it's not even worth bringing up whether or not PvP has gotten in a better place, right? PvP is just not even worth discussing at this point. So that's off the charts. The second to last thing that I would say is after this update, after chapter 3, are we feeling more or less excited for the future of Dune Awakening? That's a question that I really want to get from people. And I want to hear, because like I'm hearing some people say people are like draining out of, yeah, I mean, at this point, Izzy, I don't even want to discuss PvP because it is in such a bad spot that I don't even think all that you get out of it is like false hope and dreams that something will come from it. But yeah, I mean, that's all you got to do most of the time, Charles, is shoot back, and there it is. But what I'm really wondering is how excited are we for the future of the game? Like what's our overall stance on where we believe the game is going and whether or not we as a person, as a individual player in the game, how excited are you for anything in the future? Do you think there's a future? Is it worth sticking around for? If it is, what are the things that you really believe Funcom actually has the ability to focus on and change? I think they have a more solid foundation to build stuff upon now that they have before Dungeons. I agree, Zlax. Definitely the skills that they put into the game is feeling way better for building a future for the game. I want live events like they did with the cannons. You know, what an oddity this is, Steam powered, that they like threw that random, this is Funcom again. They literally like overnight introduced an event, threw it at us, and then they didn't make any other events. Like, I want to see more events as well. That sounds like a great idea. Although I did hate those cannons. They drove me absolutely crazy. I'm in for the long haul. I'm gunning for a max level Seath. You're going to get one, Volt, because you're on Cetus. To me, for now, still hyped for the story and building sets to roleplay sometimes. Awesome, Creswell. Ooh, cat, hiss, no. I heard they are going to work hard on PvP Chapter 29. Yes, Mythos Strategy, thank you. We always need humor. Where the darkness rests, humor is the light. They got their framework. Now they need to make sure everything's solid before building on more. Agreed, Draith. I think Chapter 3 was a solid update. As they said, it's the only foundations. I think there could still be some groundwork for more foundation, but it's a good start. Funcom learned what noise pollution is shortly after that release. Yes, they did. And maybe that's why they haven't released another one. All I know is if that is the next live event they introduce, I'm going to be absolutely fuming because we definitely need something more than that. Those cannons haunt my dreams. Yes, they were very noisy. But do I want more events? I do. I'm going to grind to combat 100, then 10, and everything else, then make a decision on future. Whoa, really? Like you don't even want to finish anything else. You just want to get the basics and then say, is it really worth my time? Only at the boss, I want the typical Funcom. We already did that one. Hope Chapter 4 fixes a lot of stuff, and Chapter 4 isn't it. We'll have to see. I hope that they fix PvP somehow, or at least like improve it. They don't have to fix it, just improve it. We need new abilities and need techniques, starting with the heavy gunner. Damage, those guns shrug through everything. I agree, Charles. I want PvP camps, steel suit tents. I'd like a quick patch that enables steel suit tents to have 3,500 storage, but be always set to public. I never thought about that, Izzy. That's actually a good idea. That's an interesting idea. I'd like to see longer testing stations, raid style, 4 to 5 bosses for groups 48. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Nat. That would be fan-effing-tastic. I love group activities. But could you imagine how many ads you'd have to fight with a group of 8 right now? Chapter 4, we are told, is April through June. Okay, cool. So at least another month, at least, but it is Funcom, probably some quality of life fixes in between, and my guess, maybe a control point update event. Who knows? Yeah, for sure. We can see all that stuff coming in. Well, I would like a reason to wear a steel suit also. I mean, go spicing. That's the reason to wear it. Spicing is like the great steel suit wearing event. Chapter 4 will also probably be the anniversary update. God, I hope not. I hope Chapter 5 is the anniversary. So, stuck. That's it. Good. We still feel kind of positive. That's good. Overall, we're still feeling like it's going to be a positive thing. The last thing that I have to say or ask about is what we feel about Dune Awakening as of this event or this Chapter 3 in total. Do you guys feel like Chapter 3 has fulfilled what Funcom told us they were going to give us? Do you believe that they could have added more? Do you think they could have added less? I love the contraband variant, even the reskin of the carrier, so I'd like to see more variants. Me too, Steam Powered. More variants, definitely there. 7:30, Lord Draith. I want new BPs to show up and more transparent information on skills, specs, and stats. Exactly. The trees are amazing. I'm having a great time so far. Awesome, Volt. That would be awesome. Yeah, any improvement would be great. How about loadouts? Oh, yes. Charles, somebody mentioned that earlier. Loadouts that we don't have to like respec every single skill point every time we want to switch over to something. God, that would be so goddamn good. I think Chapter 3 did what they said it did. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a decent foundation, but need to be a lot more fleshed out in the future. I agree. I would love more extreme vehicle parts like butterfly-shaped wings or bat wings for Ornies. Does it fit the lore? Can that be absorbed into a handgun that magically makes your scout ornithopter or buggy appear and disappear with Dune lore? Loadouts would be absolutely... Actually, if they added loadouts, that might even be enough for me to be happy and not even ask that kind of question. Loadouts sound absolutely amazing. Space fights. Maybe in the future, Krezel. I mean, you can't say there weren't space fights in Dune, right? So hopefully we can see some space fights. I would like that as well. I would like to be able to build your spaceship to go out there and fight. So, overall, it looks like Dune has put us in a good place. I'm happy about that. Just gave up on the story. The whole arena thing holds no interest for me. Pretty disappointed. Oh, thanks, Grisham, for dropping this in here. I was about to move on, but now I see it's good waiting. I was really digging the story, but kind of like the reworked Landsraad. More missions would be nice. The reworked Landsraad, I think, was a positive move. Except that you can win it by Friday. Friday morning, you're literally out of Landsraad. That, in a sense, kind of makes me a little bit discouraged. But, yeah, I agree with you. More missions would be nice. More missions would be very nice. Mixing missions up would be nice. I don't know, anything. Even if they are swapping out missions from other skills every so often with the ones you're trying to hammer out, that would actually even make you feel like you're doing something different. But the same 5 all the time? Ugh, kind of tough. You need a House Carino build set as the 3rd set to our Plastistone. Crossing fingers. Let's see if we get it. Don't give up on the story. I think it's worth finishing. Yeah, I still have to do it. I haven't done it. Been so busy doing other things. My Landsraad is down 9 of 9. Nail biter. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad to hear that, Nate or Nat. We tried so hard to balance our server, but it goes back and forth crazy. So no, we need inks. IX, I think, is X is what we're saying here. We need INX. Screw Corino. You mean X? What decree are Harkos choosing this win? You want the troll answer or do you want the real answer? X would be cool. I agree. What about a northern DD for a southern DD for PvP? Maybe. The problem... I don't know. I hate talking about PvP solutions at this point because... Oh my God, it's such a hard thing to come to reality with Fat Man because there's so many ways and so many ideas that people have that like positively affect the deep desert or any kind of possible PvP, but I just am really worried that it's never going to make enough people happy, so they're not going to do it. It's a huge topic, exactly. And it's just something that I care deeply about, but man, I just don't know. The current state of the game, I don't know, man. There's going to have to be a lot of energy thrown into PvP. So my joke is we're going to vote for exclusive weapon import rights so that I can get another, I need another ancient way. I don't have enough of them. But that's the joke. We've voted. I believe crafting costs are going to be this week's big vote, according to what everyone's wanted. I mean, XP only works on your actual XP. It would be nice for some people to get some levels, but I don't think it's really worth a Landsraad. It has to be crafting costs because weapon vendor now. I don't know. I haven't seen the weapons vendor, but I think it would be kind of useless. Yeah, Slex. Oh, there it goes again. You know, I don't. These are awesome ideas. I don't know that Funcom's ever going to do them though. 7,500 spice sand instead of 10,000. Yeah, dude, it's huge. It's a good one. Next week will be a good week. There'll be a lot of PvP next week if we pick that, I guess. Reward it with PvP points, name pinning that you can use a PvP effect on the Landsraad. Hell, I'll even let them like hand out special gear and stuff. Anything to like make it work and more better. Would like a Star Wars X Dune collab. Don't know if the IP will let us do that. Weapon vendor is pointless. Ambition, missile launcher, pseudo pulse knife, and Dune Watcher at level 0. Oh, we're doing it, Ashra. We're going for it. Just joking. Of course, we're not going to go for it. But this is just another. This is just another example of how Funcom has made certain things absolutely useless in the game by the Landsraad, because they've literally made it useless. Like, it's definitely no good anymore. Just jumbled things up. No, I'm just joking. We're not going to pick that. I don't know how people are using a tractor field for the lightning boss. What the tractor field is on the boss no longer staggered and one-shot you at higher levels. I don't know. I mean, you can move past that, and as long as you're doing the mechanics, I don't know. I haven't gotten to a high level boss, so I don't know. You would have to ask someone like Matsuda or Ink. I think they've done those at higher levels. Everyone on Cetus needs to be harvesting spice next week and having it processed at the birdhouse. DD talking about being spice rich. Yeah, well. Oh, hey, what's up, Derry? How are you doing? Thanks for the comfortable hamster waves. They're really cute. Zero, I think there's going to be a lot of PvP next week. I'm just saying. Got to give it up to ILM. The Star Wars ships are a thing of beauty. Who has the most spice melange here? Numbers, anyone? I'm only at like 60,000 now, after a few weeks of like over crafting crap. Yo, Lintari is another person who can answer those for you. You only had 13K. Had a stockpile of 30K personally. Mine was at 60. I might even be less than that now, actually. I've done a lot of crafting. Where am I at? My special launch, 43,000. Yeah, dude, I've done a lot of crafting. 43,000 with 13,000 plastinium. I'm starting to get poor. Yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot of... We're definitely going to need everybody out in the deep desert next week, protecting people, and we're going to be doing a lot of sharing. So sharing is caring, and we're going to be needing to be splitting all that spice, which means we really need to be doing a lot of spice runs next week. At level 15 and up, the bosses one-shot you. Armor is meaningless. Might as well fight in underwear. I also hear that the health just gets super expanded. Just sold experimental lightning gun for 2 million. Ooh, congrats, Vladimir. Awesome. Yeah, at high levels, the damage take is insane. The repair eat at those stocks. Doing good. Thanks. Hope you and everyone is having an amazing time. Just doing a base remodel in between spicy runs. Oh, awesome, Derry. I'm glad to hear that. It's always good to take time to, reshape the base and make it into a more beautiful place to be living in. Well, with that in mind, it is 10 o'clock, my time. My head is throbbing. I've been so I've been so frustrated all day trying to get my new stream overlays put together, and then they just completely wrecked everything at the last minute. I'm tired. Tonight we're going to do the giveaway early, and I'm going to let you find people go home early or move on to what you're doing. I'm sorry about that, but oh man, if you knew, I like have the biggest pulsing headache right now in the back of my head from literally stressing out over the stream and how it worked out tonight. RNG. There are people, though, who are here solely for the reason that they want a chance at winning a free copy of Dune Awakening. And I have the code for a free copy of Dune Awakening ready to roll out. The only thing that we have to look at was how many people commented. Actually, this is a good week for someone. I can't believe so few people left comments. I think we were only at like 81. We are at 81 comments, and I don't think it's actually 81. I think I commented to a few people. I tried not to comment this week. Hold on, let me see. And other people have commented too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 80. Oh, dude, you don't even know. Like, I literally was about to just crack in half. It was so bad. I had to get this stream up tonight. So many people are expecting this, and it just didn't work. We have 80 though. So we are going to make this random number generator for 80 people. And keeping that in mind, something's getting dropped on the ground. I obviously have to pick this up. What is this? Whoever just dropped this, come pick it up. I can't get it. Oh, here it is. Hold on, maybe. Jedi Casco. Are you serious? Are you serious? Nice. I wish, Keefe, like I said, once again, all money that is donated to Twitch literally gets sent to a PayPal, and from that PayPal, I buy codes for games and just give them right back into the community. That's on top of the stuff that Funcom usually gives me for doing content. All of that stuff I give out to the yeah, I like it, dude. It looks good. Thank you. So I definitely like it. All goes to a good cause, just so everyone understands that any money donated always goes back into the community in the form of a game or a update or something that works around with it. Now I can get back on track. Where are we at? Chrome random number generator. Turn that on. So we had 80 people. We had 80 people leave a comment this week. That means there's actually 86 people in chat. That's pretty cool. This was a good week. Usually this gets up to like 120 to 175 people. So you guys are lucky. You have a low number to go with. The real question that we have to ask is, how many times do I punch that random number generator? So what I want you guys to do is start punching numbers in chat. I'm going to stick my finger on the screen. When I yell stop, that number is the amount of times I'm going to punch the random number generator. Starting right now. Hammer out numbers, 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 numbers. How many times you want me to push this thing? This is your chance to win, guys. This is your chance to win. Keep going, keep going. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. Any number, dude. You can say 1,000. Please don't say 1,000. That'll take forever to push in. And stop. 46. Raymore. 46 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Thank you, Tengu, for that generous offer into the bucket of love. I appreciate it. That is a coffee. I'll take it. Does anybody else have something they want to bring up before we infinitely push this button one more time? Anything you would like to say? Cheers. Thank you, Tengu. You're awesome. You're fabulous. Raymer 2,105. You turd. Turkey. Oh, God, that was a huge number. Nobody? Nothing? Okay. You know you ain't winning, Krezel? The number is 51. All right. It worked. All right, starting from the top. Actually, it would be easier if we go from bottom, right? There was 80 people, 51, so we need to minus 29. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Crap. All right, 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought I saw a duplicate. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. The next one is the winner. Zero Hurst! Zero Hurst wins! Oh my God! Zero Hurst is the winner. Congratulations, Zero. In Discord, if you don't mind, send me a message and let me get that out to you. Whoa, I didn't expect it to be you, Zero. That's awesome. Absolutely. And once again, like, don't sit in despair. Don't sit in despair. Like, we give these games out all the time. I remember we don't accumulate all that much money from Twitch, but there will be more games getting handed out as the weeks go. I tried to spread it out so that it's not just like one big lump of games getting pushed out and then we have to wait for a month. I try to keep them coming out every week if I can until we run out of money. So, yeah. You can start a Harco character. Yeah, congratulations. Like, I held it down here like this and I was like, who's it going to be? But that's cool because you are someone who is always in chat and being very, very active. So it goes to a very good person. Yeah, now we got another Hark character, dude. This was money well spent. Fabulous. Yeah, send me a PM. I will make sure to get you that. As for everyone else, I'm apologize. I know that everybody wanted a chance and they wanted that second thing. But once again, don't fret about it. We are going to be giving away more games in the coming days or the coming future. Like I said, we only really bring in like around 100 to 150 a month from the donations on Twitch. So it's not like we have a lot. And all of these are costing around like $43 to $50. So as it comes in, we will push the games out. So, once again, make sure that you're giving the Prime subs, and maybe that Prime sub eventually will end up being a free copy of Dune Awakening for you. Not only that, but you get to spend all that time with me. That's always great, right? Rigged Harkonnen's favorite. I mean, how did we know, SpongeBob? How did we know? Actually, I can probably find you here. It will be easier, Zero, if you toss me a is this you? Zero Hurst. I got you. I found you. I'll send it to you right now. Make sure this isn't streaming. Whew, that would have been horrible if everyone saw the code, right? Ouch. That would have been the worst. Zero Hurst online Freeman game. There you go, my man. Congratulations on that win. Perfect job. Once again, all donations, all subs, all Prime subs, everything that you put into Twitch goes into buying more of these to send out to you guys in the community. So don't hold back on those Prime subs. Make sure that you are offering up more people, more chances to win. Zero Hurst, first time he's won something, so I'm glad that he was able to get it. Thank you very much, Nat. I appreciate that as well. As for me, I have a raging headache. I really appreciate everybody taking time to step out here and hang out with me tonight. You guys are absolutely the best. Tomorrow I'll make up for it. Sunday I'll start us out, or Saturday I'll start us out really strong. Maybe I'll even get here in the morning so that you guys can see me on the West Coast in the evening. And yeah, dude, I want a break. I need a break. I need a vacation right now. But absolutely, guys. And thank you, Derry. Absolutely, 100%. Love you people so much. I want to see more people get these games to be able to give out to people that they need, yada, yada, yada. It's awesome. Don't forget, this time tomorrow is the Donkey event. Yes, I will be there for that. Izzy, I'll be stopping down in Discord before I get off. Don't worry. Yeah, once again, Zero Hurst, very, very welcome, or very congratulations on winning. Funcoms needs to have another safe, free weekend. I agree. Donkey! Why are my wing different, Colossus Funcom? I don't know. That looks like a very unsober typing, Tengu. I don't know why they're like that. Brig Tarkonen's our favorite. You go rest. Take care. Thank you very much, Bob. As of now, I am going to drop you guys in Twitch on somebody. Do we have somebody that we hit Sazi last night, so we can't toss everyone to Sazi again? We have to pick someone else. Does anybody have a streamer that they Fleapuff? Fleapuff, it's going to be Fleapuff. Fleapuff. Fleapuff it is. Thank you guys all for once again joining me, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I'll be well rested, and I'll be in a hell of a lot better of a mood. Thank you so much for coming out. We're going to send you guys on that raid. Remember, everyone, make sure that your steel suit is tight. Make sure that your crisp knives are sharpened. Keep your eyes in the sky. And as always, have a great day. YouTube, love you guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. Sorry that we came a little bit late. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great night.